Welcome back to the channel, MS Old Coins. Today, we're talking about the hidden jackpots that could be sitting in your pocket right now. The ones that turn everyday objects into life-changing opportunities. Let's get started. We're looking at a specific piece of 1966 Australian history that has the power to completely change your financial reality. And the best part is you might already own it. We are talking about a single 1966 Australian 20-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II. And this particular coin is an absolute numismatic treasure. While billions of coins have been minted over the decades, this specific year holds a secret that makes one version worth more than its weight in gold many times over. This coin was born during a monumental shift in Australian history, the transition from the British pound system to decimal currency on February 14, 1966, a day famously known as Decimal Day. The Australian government brought in a whole new set of coins, including this 20-cent piece, to simplify transactions and move the nation into a modern financial era. The Royal Mint in London struck a massive number of these 20-cent coins, roughly 30 million of them, while the brand new Royal Australian Mint in Canberra produced another 28.2 million. In total, about 58.2 million of these coins entered circulation, which sounds like a huge number, but within that sea of metal, a tiny fraction contains a miraculous error that sets them apart. Under the directive of the Royal Australian Mint, designer Stuart Devlin crafted the beloved Platypus reverse, while Arnold Machen provided the elegant portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth II. The coins were made of a durable copper-nickel alloy, designed to withstand decades of handling, but it was the stamping process in London that accidentally created the legend we hunt for today. During the minting process in London, a subtle but distinct flaw appeared on some of the dies used to strike the coins. This flaw caused the base of the number 2 in the date 1966 to develop a small but unmistakable wave, creating what collectors now famously call the wavy baseline variety. On a standard coin, the bottom of the number 2 is perfectly straight and flat, but on the error coin, that baseline undulates like a gentle ripple on a pond. This wavy baseline is the single most important feature to look for, because it transforms an ordinary 20-cent piece into a certified treasure. This error is incredibly rare, with estimates suggesting that only a tiny percentage of the 30 million London minted coins exhibit this feature. Because it was an unintentional mistake that was quickly corrected at the mint, very few of these escaped into the wild, making them the holy grail for decimal coin collectors. Now let's talk about the money, because you want to know why this coin is so valuable and just how high the price can go. A regular 1966 20-cent coin in good condition might be worth a few dollars, but the wavy baseline error sits in a completely different stratosphere. Collectors are willing to pay massive premiums for this rarity, and the price depends entirely on the coin's condition, ranging from well-worn pocket chain to flawless mint state specimens. Even a heavily circulated, wavy baseline coin, one that has clearly seen decades of use, can easily sell for between $200 and $600. If you are lucky enough to find one in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, the value skyrockets to between $2,000 and $4,000. But the absolute maximum price, the ceiling that every collector dreams of hitting, is reserved for those in perfect, pristine mint state condition. The most valuable of these coins have been professionally graded and have sold for incredible sums, with recent verified sales hitting the $5,500 mark. I have seen reports and auction results confirming that a flawless example of the 1966 wavy baseline 20-cent coin can fetch a maximum price of $5,500, which is an incredible 27,500 times its face value. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single 20-cent coin from your spare change could be sold for up to $5,500 if it has the wavy baseline error and is, in top condition. This is not speculation or hype. These are verified market prices from coin dealers, auction houses, and professional grading services. So here is your call to action. Go to your coin jar, check your wallet, empty the ashtray in your car, and examine every single 1966 20-cent piece you can find. Look closely at the base of the number 2, and if you see that wave, you have just found a piece of Australian history worth thousands of dollars. You now have the knowledge to spot a fortune hiding in plain sight. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Get up right now and start searching, because your $5,500 treasure could be just seconds away. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Next coin, the 1976 Australian 20-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, a piece of modern history that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. While most people see just a coin, we're going to see an opportunity that's just waiting to be cashed in. This is a single 1976 Australian 20-cent coin with Queen Elizabeth II on the front, and it has a story that connects directly to a fascinating chapter in Australia's financial past. The year 1976 was a pivotal moment for the country, as the Australian dollar was devalued by a staggering 17.5%, making it one of the most dramatic economic shifts in the nation's peacetime history. This coin was minted right in the middle of that financial turbulence, giving it a unique historical weight that collectors absolutely love. The coin itself is a beautiful piece of art, designed by two of the most famous coin artists of the 20th century. The obverse, or front, features the elegant second portrait of a young Queen Elizabeth II, created by the renowned British artist Arnold Machin, showing her wearing the famous diamond tiara she received as a wedding gift. Flip it over, and you'll see the charming reverse designed by Australian master engraver Stuart Devlin, featuring a platypus swimming through swirling water, a creature that's become an iconic symbol of Australia's unique wildlife. Now here, where things get really interesting. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra struck a massive number of these coins, with a total mintage of approximately 59.8 million pieces. That sounds like a huge number, and in one way it is. But when you consider how many of those have been lost, damaged, or melted down over the past 5 decades, the surviving population in good condition becomes surprisingly limited. This coin is made of a durable copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel, which means it was built to last. It weighs 11.31 grams and measures 28.52 millimeters in diameter, with a milled edge that gives it that classic, satisfying feel. These specifications have remained unchanged since the coin was first introduced in 1966, making it a consistent and reliable part of Australian pocket change for generations. So what is the current value of this coin right now at this very moment? Let me give you the real numbers. For a standard circulated 1976 20-cent piece, you might only get its face value or a tiny bit more. But for one in uncirculated condition, the kind that looks fresh and crisp like the day it was minted, the value jumps significantly. According to verified price guides, an uncirculated coin is worth around $4.60, while a choice uncirculated example can reach $7.90. But wait, it gets much better. If you have a gem uncirculated specimen, a coin that is absolutely flawless with no marks or blemishes, the value can climb all the way up to $27.40. That is already more than 135 times its original face value, just for a common coin in excellent shape. Imagine finding a coin that started as 20 cents and is now worth nearly $30 simply because it was stored safely away for 50 years. However, the true treasure lies in the error coins, the mistakes made at the mint that turned ordinary coins into collectors' dreams. For example, a 1976 50-cent coin struck on a 20-cent planchet, meaning the wrong metal blank was used, sold in a professional grading holder for a premium price, proving that error coins from this era command serious attention. There are also known planchet flaws, such as a 1976 20-cent coin with a damaged or split planchet, that can make the coin exponentially more valuable than a regular strike. The maximum price you could sell a regular 1976 20-cent coin for today, in perfect gem uncirculated condition, is approximately $27.40. That is the verified ceiling for a standard example, a solid return on a 20-cent investment. But if you stumble upon an error coin, perhaps one with a split planchet or an off-center strike, the maximum possible value can soar far beyond that, potentially reaching hundreds of dollars to the right collector. Now, can this coin be even more valuable in the future? The answer is a resounding yes, and here is why. As time passes, high-quality examples of any coin become harder to find because many are either lost, damaged, or pulled out of circulation. 50 years have already passed since 1976, and every year that goes by, the surviving population of pristine coins shrinks further, driving up demand and prices. Collectors are always searching for coins that are historically significant, and the 1976 20-cent piece fits that bill perfectly. It comes from an era of major economic change in Australia. It features the classic Machin portrait of the Queen, and it represents a design that has remained virtually unchanged for decades. These are all factors that numismatists look for when deciding where to invest their money. The current price of $27.40 for a gem uncirculated example is not the end of the story. It is just the beginning. As more collectors enter the market, and as the supply of high-grade coins continues to dwindle, the value is almost certain to rise. We have seen this pattern with countless other decimal coins from the 1960s and 1970s, where prices have steadily climbed year after year. Your 1976 20-cent coin is not just a piece of metal. It is a time capsule from a fascinating period in Australian history, one that saw the nation grappling with currency devaluation, economic uncertainty, and a rapidly changing world. That story alone adds a layer of value that goes beyond mere metal content, a layer that passionate collectors are willing to pay a premium for. So here is your call to action. Get up right now and find your 1976 20-cent coins. Check every jar, every drawer, every old purse and forgotten jacket pocket. Look at the condition carefully, and if you see one that looks almost new, with sharp details and no scratches, you could be holding a coin worth nearly $30 today and potentially much more tomorrow. But do not stop there. Examine your coin for any unusual features, any splits, off-center strikes, or other oddities that might indicate a mint error. If you spot something strange, you might have found a coin worth hundreds of dollars, a true hidden gem that most people would overlook completely. You now have the knowledge and the motivation to turn your pocket change into a profitable collection. The 1976 Australian 20-cent coin is valuable now, and its value is only going to climb higher with each passing year. This is your chance to get in early, to secure a piece of history that will continue to appreciate, and to potentially cash in on a fortune that is hiding right under your nose. Do not wait another minute. Start searching today, because the next 20-cent coin you look at could be the one that pays for a weekend getaway, a new gadget, or a serious boost to your savings. The market is ready, the collectors are waiting, and your 1976 20-cent treasure is out there just waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Second coin, the 1977 Australian 20-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, a piece of pocket change that holds a surprising secret for those who know exactly what to look for. While the casual observer sees just another 20-cent piece, you and I are about to uncover a world of collector demand, historical significance, and real dollar value that could turn your spare change into serious cash. This single 1977 20-cent coin is your ticket into a thriving market of passionate collectors who are actively searching for high-grade examples of this very issue. The question on your mind is how many people actually want to buy it, and the answer might surprise you. There is a vast network of decimal coin collectors across Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, and the United States, all of whom are constantly building out their collections of Commonwealth coinage. The 1977 coin holds a special place because it represents the late 1970s era, a time when decimal currency was still relatively new and exciting, and collectors love completing their date runs of the classic Platypus design. Let me give you the current value reality for the standard 1977 20-cent coin. According to verified price guides from coinsindustralia.com, a typical circulated example in average condition is worth anywhere from a few cents above face value up to around $2.60 in extremely fine condition. However, as soon as you move into uncirculated territory, the numbers start climbing in a serious way. An about uncirculated coin is valued at $2.60. A full uncirculated coin jumps to $8.10. A choice uncirculated example reaches $24.30, and a pristine gem uncirculated coin can command an impressive $24.30. That means a coin that started as 20 cents can be worth more than 120 times its original face value just because it was saved in perfect condition. But here is where the story gets truly exciting. The maximum value you could sell a regular 1977 20-cent coin for today, in absolutely flawless gem uncirculated condition, is approximately $24.30 according to the most recent price guides. That is real money for a coin you might have sitting in an old jar in your closet. However, I must tell you that the true maximum price goes far beyond that when we start talking about professional grading. PCGS, the world's leading coin grading service, has recorded a population of only 92 coins in their system for the 1977 20-cent. And get this, there are 0 coins graded higher than MS67. That means if you have an exceptionally high-grade example, you could name your price to the right collector, potentially hundreds of dollars for the finest known specimens. Now let me take you back to the history of this fascinating coin, so you understand exactly why it was made and what makes it special. The year 1977 was a unique moment in Australian history because it marked the 11th anniversary of decimal currency, which had been introduced on February 14, 1966, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra struck a total of 41,272,000 of these 20-cent coins for circulation, with an additional 55,000 proof examples produced for special collector sets. That mintage number of approximately 41.3 million coins sounds enormous, and it is, but what matters most for value is how many have survived in pristine condition over the past 49 years. The design of this coin is nothing short of iconic, and that is a major reason why collectors want it so badly. The reverse side features the famous platypus design created by the legendary Australian-born goldsmith and coin artist Stuart Devlin, who won a competition in 1964 to design Australia's first decimal coinage. His platypus, shown swimming gracefully among swirling water patterns, has become one of the most beloved and recognizable coin designs in the entire world. The obverse side, or front of the coin, features the elegant second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by British artist Arnold Machin, showing Her Majesty wearing the stunning Girls of Great Britain and Ireland diamond tiara, a wedding gift from Queen Mary in 1947. So why was this particular coin made? The simple answer is commerce and daily trade, but the deeper answer is that 1977 represented a maturing of Australia's decimal currency system. By this time, Australians had fully embraced the new money system, and the Royal Australian Mint was producing coins at full capacity to meet the needs of a growing economy. The 20-cent coin was essential for everyday transactions, from buying a loaf of bread to operating payphones and vending machines. But what the mint did not realize at the time was that they were creating miniature works of art that would one day be sought after by collectors around the globe. Now, is the value of the 1977 20-cent coin really high or low? Let me give you the honest truth. For a circulated coin that has been in someone's pocket for 40 years, the value is relatively low, maybe $1 or $2. But for a coin that has been carefully preserved, the value is absolutely real and substantial. $24.30 for a 20-cent coin represents a 12,000% return on investment. That is not low by any reasonable measure. And when you consider that most people have no idea about this value, you have a massive advantage over the general public. The collector demand for this coin is stronger than you might think. I have researched the market extensively, and what I have found is that decimal coin collecting has exploded in popularity over the past decade. There are dedicated online forums, Facebook groups with tens of thousands of members, and auction houses that specialize exclusively in Australian decimal coinage. The 1977 coin is sought after by date-run collectors who want every year from 1966 to the present, by type collectors who want the best example of each design, and by investors who see the long-term appreciation potential of high-grade material. Here is the exciting part that most people completely miss. The maximum value we discussed, $24.30 for a gem uncirculated coin, is only for regular examples. If you happen to find a 1977 20-cent coin with a minting error, such as an off-center strike, a clipped planchet, or a double strike, the value can absolutely explode into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Error coins are the holy grail of modern numismatics because they are truly unique and impossible to replicate. Collectors pay enormous premiums for these mistakes because each one tells a fascinating story of the minting process gone slightly wrong. The historical context of 1977 adds another layer of appeal for serious collectors. This was the Silver Jubilee year of Queen Elizabeth II, celebrating 25 years on the throne. While the 1977 50-cent coin was specially redesigned to commemorate this occasion, the 20-cent coin retained its classic platypus design, making it the standard circulation issue that everyone used day after day. That connection to a major royal milestone gives the coin a historical significance that resonates with collectors who appreciate the intersection of numismatics and world history. Let me tell you what you should do right now to turn this knowledge into profit. First, go through every 20-cent coin you own. Check your wallet, your car's coin holder, your child's piggy bank, and that old coffee can in the garage. Look for any 1977 dated coins and separate them immediately. Second, examine each coin under good light and check the condition carefully. If the coin looks fresh and crisp with full original luster and no visible wear, you might have a valuable specimen. Third, consider having your best examples professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, as certified coins always sell for higher prices than raw, ungraded coins. The maximum price you could realistically achieve for a standard 1977 20-cent coin at auction or through private sale is $24.30 for a gem uncirculated example. But for an error coin or a top population graded specimen, the sky is literally the limit. I have seen common decimal coins sell for hundreds of dollars simply because they were the finest known example of that date. The market rewards quality above all else, and the collector who holds the best 1977 20-cent coin in existence could name their own price. I want you to feel motivated and excited about what you have just learned. The 1977 Australian 20-cent coin is not just a piece of obsolete currency. It is a valuable collectible with a real and growing market. The $24.30 maximum for a gem uncirculated example is a verified price from a leading numismatic authority, and that number only goes up from there as more collectors enter the market and competition for high-grade coins intensifies. You have the knowledge now, and knowledge is power in the world of coin collecting. Your 1977 20-cent coin could be worth far more than you ever dreamed possible. The collectors are out there waiting, the market is hot, and the opportunity is sitting in your pocket right now. Do not wait another day to check your change, because the coin you find today could be the one that pays for a nice dinner out, a new tool for your workshop, or a special gift for someone you love. The maximum value of $24.30 is real, and for exceptional coins with errors or top grades, the value can be exponentially higher. Start searching right now, and I will see you in the next video where we uncover another hidden treasure from Australia's rich decimal coinage history.